What up, yo? Synthetic telepathy. So TIs get different things. Either you'll get which I'm not too familiar with, DEWs and electronic harassment, or or just gang stalking, overt surveillance teams harassing dog shit, taste fire out your ass. Or at the very few get both of them. They get everything. So I wanna make a video about a type of technology that apparently they have. All right, so synthetic telepathy, right? A lot of you guys heard about the V2K, right? Where they could induce sounds in your brain, right? Bypassing your ears and all that bullshit. They just hit some fucking bone or nerve in your head with these microwaves, and they've been working on this so long they could do words and this and that, right? And people are familiar with that, right? I wouldn't know that. I never got that. But that's audio. But apparently they also have visual, all right? And I never in my fucking life thought that would happen. So they did this to me once, all right? I'm old enough. I've been around the sun many times. Nothing like this has ever happened until I started my gang stalking went overt for a second time, all right? I'm not delusional. I'm not stupid. So, right? During the beginning, during the confusion stage of my second targeting, they were using mad colors, right? They were doing everything. They were doing mad different tactics, and whatever ticks you off gets added to your profile, right? And then it's gonna last to you with you God knows how long. So they were doing things like slamming trunk doors every time everywhere I went, motherfuckers were slamming trunk doors. They'd be outside, slam parking and like dumb shit like that. And then colors. First it was red, then it was blue, red and blue. Then it was red, blue, and orange. Then it was like orange everywhere. And then they tried to do white. And then for some reason, I just stopped. And this happened with a few things. I stopped getting sensitized to things. I don't know why. I'm oblivious, maybe. I don't know. And they had like a girl walk by my job with a white jacket. And then when I went home that night and I woke up the next morning, that same white jacket was on my banister. And it stayed there for like a week. And they were trying to sensitize me to white. And for some reason, I just wasn't paying attention to it. I was learning about the gang stalking, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And they stopped sensitizing me to white. And I think at one point, even, I broke loose from this shit because, they went so fucking hard. They're going to make you think that a normal human everyday act like coughing is just an attack. They can have motherfuckers cough at you. They can have the FBI floating box on their ass to cough at you 1 billion times during the day. Now when a motherfucker just walks by and coughs, that you're gonna automatically think that's an attack. So for some reason I remember why I did that, but I came to my senses and I saw a video about something like this, about neuroplasticity and all that bullshit, and I just stopped getting sensitized to shit. And I had to remind myself that these things do happen, and people do cough, people do wear red, this and that. And then when they picked that up, so twice during my second targeting, and I think during the confusion stage, they backed off for like 5 days at a time. Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck, yo. Oh, God damn it. Here come people now. What the fuck was I talking about? Shit. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, stop being sensitized shit. So let me just get back to the story. So, I go to the bar, right? And this is during my fucking confusion stage, right? And I had the balls to go to the fucking bar. And I go there, and whatever, I see people wearing orange. I get there. It's like they front like there's a baseball team there, like, but they're like, like those drunk people, alcoholics that like play softball during the week and they think they're somebody and they're cool. So, but their team shirt was apparently orange. What a coincidence. And when I walk in, they be looking and they be touching their nose. Like, this is so stupid. So then 2 dudes walked up, right? And they're wearing the same exact color burgundy shirt. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, all right. And then I go home, whatever. And then I wake up the next day, right? And I'm chilling in my bed and I'm about to get up, and all of a sudden I see burgundy. like more real than a thought, but not like a hallucination in front of you. It's like almost a dream seeing I can't even explain it because it happened in an instance. And immediately I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? Immediately I said, what was that? All right. At my age, this never happened to me in my life before. I know if this is normal or not, and I'm not crazy. That did happen. So I'm like, and this was when I was learning about being a TI and actually digging through the misinformation to actually find out what's going on. So then I go to work, right? And I'm still thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, is this the shit they talk? Like, what the fuck? You know, I was a little like freaked out. Oh, I just leave it on. So, and then I get off of work, right? And I'm walking down my block and there's a trunk door open. And I'm like, oh God. And I look in the trunk and there's 3 bags. Like, it was like red, orange, and burgundy. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the burgundy because that was the image that was in my head. I was like, right? And then whatever, I go home. And then from that day on is when the burgundy started. Everywhere I went, people would follow me with burgundy. They'd have people at my job show up with burgundy. The neighbors across the street come out wearing burgundy. It was Burgundy City. I have pictures of this, you know? And that was crazy. And that basically tells me what that little instant image that in my mind was. That was that synthetic telepathy. Nikola Tesla was working on a lot of technology. He was the man, you know, and a lot of his shit got confiscated. He was under investigation by the FBI, and they took a lot of his shit, and they did not make it public what they took. Look up Nikola Tesla. You know, a lot of shit with electricity and all that bullshit, you know? So who knows what they did with it, you know? And they oh man, it's crazy, you know? And then they had the MK Ultra, of course, the mind control, the CIA mind control program. That's not a conspiracy. Bill Clinton admitted this and apologized for it. So anyway, that was the only thing I had. That was the only synthetic telepathy visual experience I have. I haven't had the audio that I know of, but that shit is fucking crazy, yo. Like, I'm not delusional. Like, trust me, I'm old enough. This never happened before in my life. But now it makes sense why it did. It's crazy. They have this technology. Police have access to this technology. And people don't know about this, you know? And TIs could be a TI for their whole life and not even know it. So this is why it's important to spread awareness, but you got to do it the right way. So, yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, and also I also want to say this for other TIs, too, who maybe don't believe in some of this shit and they think it's part of the misinformation posing as TI shit. You know, no, man, that exists, you know. And of course, you have the low lives walking by with the conditioned stimuli, fucking degenerates. But yeah, it does exist, you know. Yeah, man, you can believe that. I have no reason to lie. I don't care to make these fucking videos, you know. So, all right, man, I've been on this a little bit. All right, later.